student, welcome once again to my chemistry channel, Amazing Chemistry Classes. I am a chemistry teacher, an educator and a senior scientist by profession. So let's start with the topic, that is colligative property. This is the sixth video of the topic solution for class 12th. So let's start. What is colligative property? The word colligative is originated from the Latin word in which co means together and the ligate means to bind. So the properties of a solution which depend only on the number of solute particles irrespective of their nature relative to number of particles present in a solution are called colligative property. This is the definition of a colligative property. Now there are four important colligative properties which you have to study in your solution chapters. So we can start with a one by one. So first we discuss what are those four important colligative properties. First one is relative lowering of the vapor pressure. Second one is elevation in the boiling point. Third one is depression in the freezing point, and the fourth one is osmosis and osmotic pressure. So first we discuss about relative lowering of the vapor pressure. Let's see what is written over here. On adding non-volatile solute to a solvent, the vapor pressure of a solution decreases. So the lowering of the vapor pressure depends only on the concentration of the solute particle and it is independent of their identity. Let x1 is the mole fraction of the solvent and x2 is that of the solute. So P1 naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and P is that of the solution. So thus according to the Raoult's law, P1 is equal to P1 naught x1 or P1 is equal to P1 naught x1. So lowering of vapor pressure of a solvent is given as delta P1 is equal to P1 naught minus P1. So we can write down P1 is not is equal to P1 naught minus P1 naught x1. So here what happened, we have to take out P1 as a common, so 1 minus x1 and as we know x1 plus x2 is equal to 1. So x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. So it is 1. So we can put the value of x1 in this equation. Alright, so what we get, delta P1 is equal to P1 naught x2 or x2 is equal to delta P1 upon P1 naught. So P1 minus P1 naught minus P1 is equal upon P1 naught. Okay, so this is the derivation. So relative lowering in the vapor pressure of an ideal solution containing the non-volatile solute is equal to the mole fraction of the solute at a given temperature. So this is a colligative property which actually depends upon the mole fraction of a solute. So that is why this relative lowering in vapor pressure which containing the non-volatile solute is equal to the mole fraction. So how we can determine the molar mass? Let's see. To express the lowering of vapor pressure in terms of a molar mass, let W1 and W2 are masses and M1 and M2 are the molar masses of the solvent and solute respectively. Here we have considered solvent and solute where W1 and W2 are the masses and M1 and M2 are the molar mass. Okay. So X2 is equal to N2 upon N1 plus N2. Here we have find out the mole fraction of x2. Similarly we can write down in spite of n2 we can write down w2 upon m2. weight upon molar mass लिखते हैं हम लोग moles की जगह. Similarly here we have written moles की जगह n1 is your moles, so n1 की जगह हम w1 upon m1 निकालते हैं. Similarly n2 की जगह w2 upon m2. but for the dilute solution जब dilution बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, so we know because यहाँ पे हमने w1 को solvent माना है and w2 को solute. So W2 upon M2 is very less than W1 upon M1. So what we can say, N2, that is number of moles N2 of a solute is very less with respect to solvent. So we can write down W1 upon M1 plus W2 upon M2 is equivalent to W1 upon M1. क्योंकि W2 और M2 बहुत ही छोटी वैल्यू है. So hence we can write down X2 is equal to W2 upon M2 और denominator में W1 upon M1. So in this way we can find out the value of P1 naught minus P1 is equal to W2 upon M1. So P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught is equal to N2 upon N2. So this is the final formula for the molar mass of the solute, that is M2 is equal to W2 into M1 upon W1. अगर इसमें देखेंगे बहुत ही कुछ भी नहीं, सिंपल जस्ट एक्सचेंज किया है. M2 को हम इधर ले आए हैं एंड दिस वैल्यू कम्स टू द डिनोमिनेटर. सो फ्रॉम दिस फॉर्मूला वी कैन डेवलप दिस equation. Okay, it's a very simple equation. So in this way, this is the first property, that is your relative lowering in the vapor pressure. Now coming on to the next one, that is elevation in the boiling point. So let's study what is written over here. The boiling point of a liquid is that temperature at which vapor pressure becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. So this is the definition of the boiling point. So that is the temperature at which your vapor pressure becomes equal to your atmospheric pressure. Generally we consider vapor pressure of a liquid increases with the increase of temperature, but vapor pressure of a solvent decreases in presence of a non-volatile solute, as we discussed in the previous video. So we can say that whenever a non-volatile solute is added to the solvent, the boiling point of a solution is always higher. Okay, so whenever we add a non-volatile solute in a solvent, what happened? The boiling point of that solution always higher than that of the pure solvent. Example, solution of a 1 mole of a sucrose in 1000 gram of water boils at 373 Kelvin at 1 atmospheric pressure. Okay, so the difference in the boiling point of a solution, that is TB, and the pure solvent TB naught is called elevation in the boiling point, that is your delta TB. Okay, so elevation in boiling point depend upon the number of solute molecules rather than their nature. So this is the graphical presentation. Here what happened, the vapor pressure curve for a solution lies below the curve for the pure water. The figure shows that the delta P, that is the change in the temperature, deviates the elevation in the boiling point of a solvent in a solution. So the elevation in boiling point is given by delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. Here TB हमने किसको माना है? TB हमने बोला है solution को, और TB naught हमने माना है pure solvent को. So here you can see there is a difference in the boiling point. Okay, ये आपका pure solvent का है, this one is that of the solution. Okay, so how we can, so there is a elevation in the boiling point. So elevation in boiling point is equal to TB minus TB naught. Experimentally shown that for a dilute solution, elevation in the boiling point is directly proportional to the molar concentration of the solute in a solution. So M is equal, delta TB is directly proportional to the molality. Here we have written Kb, where Kb is a constant, M is the molality, and as we know, molality is the number of moles of a solute dissolved in a 1 kg of a solvent, and Kb is constant of proportionality, called it as molar boiling point elevation constant or ebuloscopic constant, and the unit of Kb is Kelvin kg per mole if M is equal to 1 molar. So therefore delta TB is equal to Kb हो जाएगा अगर यहाँ पे M is unity. Alright, so molar boiling point elevation constant Kb is defined as, हम लोग यहाँ पे define कर रहे हैं Kb को. So the molar boiling point elevation constant Kb is defined as the elevation in the boiling point for 1 molar solution, that is a solution containing 1 gram mole of a solute dissolved in 1000 gram of a solvent. क्योंकि यहाँ पे हम मोलालिटी की बात कर रहे हैं, so always we have to consider that is 1000 gram of a solvent. Okay, keep remember this point, it is very important that here we are considering the molality of the solution. Now let's discuss about the determination of the molar mass, how we can determine the molar mass of a solute. Here we have considering if W2 is the gram of solute of a molar mass and M2 is dissolved in W1 gram of a solvent, then molality M of a solution is given as we know the formula of molality, that is the moles of a solute into 1000 upon weight of the solvent in grams. So where N2 is equal to the number of moles of a solute, so moles N2 is equal to W2 upon M2. So this is the formula of a molality, W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1. So delta TB is equal to Kb into M. So here from this formula, from this equation, we have to put the value of M in this. So hence we get this equation finally. So this is the expression to determine the molar mass of a solute. You can take a snapshot of it. Okay, now coming on to the next one, that is depression in the freezing point. This is also a colligative property. Let's read what is written over here, that the freezing point in that temperature is that temperature at which, so this is the definition of a freezing point, that freezing point is the temperature at which the solid and liquid states of a substance have the same vapor pressure. And this is the graph which is given in your NCERT book also. It shows that delta TF, depression and freezing point of a solvent. Here we have shown this is the solvent, this one is about your solution. So what happened? This is the delta TF. Here it is temperature in Kelvin. Here it is the vapor pressure. So when a non-volatile solute is added to a solvent, the freezing point of this formed solution is always lower than that of the pure solvent, as vapor pressure of a solvent decreases in presence of non-volatile solute. So the difference in freezing point is known as depression in freezing point. If T0F is the freezing point temperature in Kelvin of a pure solvent and TF is the freezing point temperature of a solution, when non-volatile solute is added in it, the depression in freezing point delta TF given by, this is the equation for the depression in freezing point, that is delta TF is equal to T0F minus TF, and for dilute solution TF is directly proportional to small m, and here the proportionality constant is Kf, where m is molar concentration, that is the molality of a solution, and the proportionality constant Kf, which depend upon the nature of the solvent, and it is known as molar freezing point depression constant or molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant. Okay, and that one was known as ebullioscopic. Here it is considered as a cryoscopic constant, and the unit of Kf is kg per mole, that is your Kelvin kg per mole. If m is equal to 1, then molar, then delta Kf is equal to Tf. If is this m is equal to 1, then delta Tf will be equal to Kf. So the molar freezing point depression constant is defined as the depression in the freezing point for 1 molar solution, and that is the solution containing 1 gram mole of a solute dissolved in 1000 gram of a solvent. So this is the definition of a. Now coming on to the last point of today's video, that is the determination of a molar mass of a solute. Here we can see this is the formula, this is the equation, delta TF is equal to Kf into W2 into 1000 upon W1 into, and if we have to find out the M2, then M2 comes over here and delta TF comes to the denominator, and this is the expression to determine the molar mass. So this is all about the lowering in the depression in the freezing point, elevation in the boiling point, and relative lowering in the vapor pressure. These are the three colligative property which I have discussed today, and rest, osmosis and osmotic pressure, it will discuss in the next video. I hope you will must enhance your knowledge by these videos. If you feel like that the content is appropriate and it will increase your knowledge, so do share and subscribe my channel and like my video. If you put thumbs up, it will be a big motivation for me. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. Your educator, Dr. Rohit.